After a couple of fights have fallen through, Josh Van is back in action this Saturday against Tagir Ulanbekov. Josh, one of the top prospects in the flyweight division. Tell me about this matchup, an interesting one stylistically for you compared to some of your previous opponents.
Man, I'm really excited for this. You know what I mean? I want to test myself against a wrestler, and we finally got a ranked wrestler guy. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I watched the interview that you did where you talked about kind of coming up. Before you started going to gyms, you were really focused on striking, almost self-taught through the internet. So then once you started learning the grappling, that's when stuff started to get really hard in terms of your martial arts journey. So I imagine that's something that you've really been focusing on the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, I started fighting when I started fighting in 2020. So you know what I mean. Coming up, like coming up with my career, like I have a hard time with the wrestling and stuff like that. So I found a new gym in 2022. So ever since that, you know what I mean. I be improved a lot on my wrestling and ground game. So
And this was kind of an opponent switch. You were going to fight Tatsuro Tairo, who's now in the main event on Saturday. What was it like when you found out that you were getting a different opponent?
uh, I didn't really care as long as I get to fight a ranked guy. So you know what I mean. Thank God I got the ranked opponent. So uh, yeah. Nothing really, yeah, nothing really like excited or like down, nothing. Like I'm just like, okay, I gotta fight.
Yeah, I kind of understand it from a UFC standpoint. I think you yourself and Tyra are two of the top prospects right now at flyweight. So rather than have you face each other, have both of you kind of face veterans and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's what they plan. But who know what they thinking? You know what I mean? But down the line, me and him, we both young, so I feel like we'll get to fight anyway. So yeah.
And I'm sure you're very excited to be fighting for a ranked spot in the flyweight division. I think that this is a really talented division, but also a division that's fairly wide open. I had heard you mention in an interview that you have your eyes on becoming the youngest champion in UFC history. I think that if you're able to keep busy and some of these fights aren't falling through like they have been, you might have a shot.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Hopefully they keep me busy. Uh, Hopefully by early next year we get to fight for a belt. You know what I mean. Then I could be the youngest champion. Hopefully.
Hey, even if that doesn't happen, you still have a great shot of being the first champion from Myanmar. There's a lot of different milestones that you have that you could potentially achieve in this career.
Yeah, man. Just like you say, becoming the first ever UFC champion from Myanmar is history, itself. So, still then it'll still be amazing. You know what I mean? As long as I get the chance to fight for a belt.
And who have you been training with these days? I saw that you had been training at Daniel Pineda's gym. Are you still there and training with him?
Yes, I'm still there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guy that's absolutely seen it all. So I imagine training under Daniel is probably doing you a lot of favors early in your career.
Yeah, man. It really helped me a lot. You know what I mean? The coaches over there and the teammate. You know what I mean? They really helped me. So, shout out to the guys, man.
And are you still working a job outside of training? I watched a video. It was kind of a day in the life of Josh Van. You're up at 5:30 a.m. You go to the gym at 6 a.m., leave at 7 a.m., start your job, go back to the gym in the afternoon, go back to the gym at night. It's a hectic day.
Yeah, that was back then when I make it to the UFC. You know what I mean? I gotta. But now my mom supported me, my family supported me a little bit. So thank God I'm doing this. I'm doing it full time now.
I mean, to have that kind of energy. I mean, at 22, you have that energy. Me, I can't imagine getting up at 5:30 every day and then working until 8:30 at night. I've also got 3 kids, so I mean, you can put that into perspective. But it seems like you're able to put a lot on your plate at this age.
Yeah, man. You got to get it how you can. You know what I mean? Fighting is my life, so I need bill to pay. So I got to get that work. So I just squeeze in my schedule.
We saw when Steve Erceg fought Pantoja that really on any given night, I think really anyone in the rankings can probably hang with just about anyone else in the rankings in the flyweight division. Are there any fighters that you see in the division that you think stand out that are maybe the 3 best guys outside of yourself in the division?
To be honest, man, I don't really watch fights, so I don't know. Uh, So I don't know, man. Probably Tyra, and Tyra and who? Alex Perez. You know what I mean? He won by knockout his last fight, and of course the champion. I'll say.
I always find it so interesting. I've spoken to a lot of different fighters that just don't watch the fights on the weekend. So, where do you, I guess, scout opponents or learn about different techniques? Obviously from the gym, but you don't really spend any time watching other fights.
No, I only watch like when Conor McGregor fight and stuff like that. You know, when big name fight. But other than that, man, I watch my own fight a lot. You know, just to see what I need to work on, or what I can improve and stuff like that. So I like watching my own fight to fix my mistake, or see what I'm good at.
So if I put you on the spot right now and said name 3 UFC champions, are you able to name like 3 UFC champions right now?
Like the current champion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Lay it on me. Let's 3 current UFC champions. I'm making it very easy for
uh,
you, Josh.
our weight class champion Pandoja, O'Malley, and then Ilya
Okay,
Tapora.
there you go.
Yeah.
See, you're better than Malcolm Gordon. Malcolm Gordon's he's not in the UFC anymore, but I used to quiz him and throw stuff like that. No, he just didn't watch fights at all. Like, it still amazes me that this is what you guys do, and you just on Saturday nights you'd rather be doing something else.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We have sparring on Saturday, so we spar hard. So you know what I mean. After that, I just take a nap. So yeah,
So that's how you spend your Saturday nights. You're not watching any of the events. You just go to sleep early.
yeah. I just go to sleep early in general. You know what I mean? So because I make this fighting my lifestyle. So you know what I mean. I gotta wake up early, so I gotta go to sleep early. So yeah.
So what's your daily routine look like now? Like when do you wake up? What do you do? Walk me through now what the current day in the life of Josh Van is like.
So now that I don't have a job no more, so I start my morning class at 7 to 8, strength conditioning, and then after that, I go straight to boxing class, 8 to 11. Then I come home, I eat, and then I take a nap from 12:30 to 1:30. You know what I mean? An hour nap. Wake up, eat, chill a little bit, and then go back to the gym. Come back home around 9:30, eat, and then go to sleep.
All right, and then rinse repeat. That's every day.
Yep, that's every day. I repeat.
Well, I think that's what's going to make you a future champion one day. It's been a pleasure watching your fights and looking forward to watching another one this Saturday against Tagirul Bekov. Thank you for doing this.
Hey, thank you, man. And before we go, I just want to give a shout out to the people of my country, Myanmar. Thank you for all your support, man. I'm doing this for you. Come see me fight this Saturday.
Absolutely. Hopefully, we're looking at the first ever champion from Myanmar one day. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.